is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Show. I'm Harvey Freed. We have our whole panel this morning. Harry Glantz to my right. Good morning, Harry.
What's happening, everybody?
Fantastic day out there. Alex Nafusi to my left. How you doing, Alex?
How
What's
are you
happening?
Guys? Good, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning.
Strolling around town last night. Heard you were in Franklin. Is that true?
I did. Yes, that's a long hike from you. That's like to get out of my comfort zone. I'm usually Royal Oak, Berkeley, Birmingham. It's a stretch for me.
The Ubers go there. That's okay.
It is. Yes.
You have to venture out in the world more, my man. Or maybe you don't.
That was Natalie that said we have to go somewhere. We got to get outside our comfort zone. She likes get us out there.
Let me introduce Stephanie Janica over there on the other side. Hey, Steph. Good morning.
Hello there. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Stephanie Janica, of course, our professional real estate agent, associate broker over at Keller Williams Novi. Great to have you this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, it's November 19th. It actually is going to feel like winter today, believe it or not. Absolutely unbelievable fall, Harry. We always talk about how the weather dictates what's going on in Southeast Michigan, not with the lowest interest rates in 50 years. And we'll get to the little bit of the conversation about rates burping up 0.5%. Okay, so now they're still at 50-year lows. They're just not as unbelievable as they were for like that little 3-month stretch we had.
Well, I have to put on a caveat on there. When we say 50-year lows, are they the lowest since they were in July of 2015? No. Are they high historically? Absolutely not. We did a 50-year study on interest rates, and as you know, in the early 80s, they were up to 18 3/4 in that range. So when people are complaining about getting interest rates on a 30-year fixed in the 4s or 4%, 4 1/8, 4 1/4. Are you kidding me? You got to stop with that. We said months ago that rates were going to go up. I'm seeing headlines. Rates are at the highest levels in so many. When you're talking about interest rates, you have to look at historically that 4%, 4 1/4, whatever it's going to go to, the days of 3%, 3.5% on a 30-year fixed are over. OVER, get used to it.
The media has a habit, and I hate to say media because we are on the radio right now, but I'm not a media guy. I'm a mortgage guy. We just happen to do a radio show. The media has a habit of putting negative connotations on everything. Interest rates at 8-month highs. Stop. So I just stop it.
Well, the important factor.
Hold on, Radio Hawk. Hang on.
The important factor, and that's why Stephanie is here, is we have to talk about home purchases. Refinance activity is the gravy. It is the it's the plus factor of being, if you're a mortgage person, of being in the business a long time. If you've been a homeowner for a long time, where you can get a lower rate. Purchase activity really dictates what the economy is all about. Do we have a strong economy? Stephanie's here to tell us, hey, listen, here's what the purchase market is dictating right now.
And it's still shining, right, Steph?
Oh my gosh, it's still, yes, absolutely. This is really the time to capitalize on it. Interest rates are on the rise. This is a great time right now to get out there and purchase a house.
And the weather, like Harvey said, in Michigan, the weather does get cold in November, December, January, February, and half of March, right? Isn't that right?
To.
So what you're going to see, and Stephanie can attest to this, is that when buyers go out, they're very serious at this time of year, and when sellers are selling, they're extremely serious. So that's when you can have your best match.
Exactly. The big misconception is that nothing moves in the wintertime, or homes aren't selling in the wintertime, or there's no buyers out there. Yes, there are. This is a serious time right now. And the buyers that are out there right now, they are serious. It's not fun trekking through the snow to look at houses. In the summertime when it's 70 and 80 degrees, you've got a lot of looky-loos out there that are just kind of...
The tire kickers?
Yeah, they're just running around because it's fun to look at houses.
Well, it's true, yeah. You walk around, you go to an open house, you're killing a Sunday. But, it's like, to Harry's point, to your point, people that that are looking to move right now, they're serious buyers out there. The market's not. It doesn't. We were talking before the show stuff. It doesn't slow down. People tend to. A lot of people think they check out after Thanksgiving to New Year's. I disagree. I think people are still going full throttle.
All right, for a great experience, be sure to call Capital Mortgage Funding. They're the sponsors of the show at 1-800-LOW-RATE.
Well,
are
you there or we?
That's where we can find all of us at 1-800-LOW-RATE.
He's a radio personality. He's a radio guy.
Harvey, I call us work family for a reason. We're the sponsors of the show.
Right. So the folks over at Capital, including all of us, and we'll be back there right after the show, always want to give you the proper information. Of course, the knowledge is the key in the process. It takes a team effort. That's why we bring and work work with some of the top real estate agents. Give us a call at 1-800. See, I'm getting there. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You're going to save money.
23 years to figure it out.
You're going to save money on closing costs, get a great interest rate. But more importantly, Steph, we continuously talk about the knowledge and a smooth process. And it's the key, really, when you're working with first-time home buyers, and that's what we have many of them out there. It's so great to have a family sit down or a couple and really learn the process. That knowledge gives them the confidence to make that offer.
It's extremely important. You really do. If you're a first-time home buyer for sure, you really do want to sit down with your buyer's agent and sit through a consultation with them. Have them walk you through the process, because there's so many things that have changed over the years and even months that you really do need to know about. And it's going to make the whole process a lot smoother, so you don't have surprises along the way.
Yeah, people don't go through the mortgage process every single day, and we take it sometimes for granted. That's why we like to sit down with people face to face. And we let them know, listen, we're going to need to see everything, especially where the funds are coming from for the transaction when you buy a house. See, that's the most important thing. Where are you getting the money from to put down and to consummate the transaction? So what happens is when we ask people for their bank statements and their investment accounts and their gift letter, if they're getting a gift, people feel that we're invading their privacy. You know, people don't understand that we need to see all of those things in order to put it together.
Want $250,000 from us.
Well,
I don't know, why is that bad? I want to see where the down payment's coming from.
But we hear it all the time. Why do you need this? Why do you need that? Why do you need to see every single page of my bank statement? Well, we need to see every single page to make sure that there weren't any crazy large deposits in there. We need to see that the payroll checks are going in there, that what we're stating on that federal application for a mortgage is accurate. So we need to verify all those things. So listen, we'll take care of it. You give us the information, we'll bake the cake.
Federal application is a great point. These are not capital mortgage funding guidelines.
Right.
These are things to make sure that the whole society as a whole doesn't go through 2008 again.
Well, there
2009.
There are rules, there are regulations, and we feel pretty proud of the fact that we've been around 25 years and we're still in business because we followed the rules. And that's what it is.
Impressive.
You have to follow the rules.
A couple great reminders out there in the consumer advocate sign is beware of a lot of scams out there. And again, if you're being solicited by strangers, make sure you check it out. Again, you can always hang up the telephone and call them back. You can call us and let us review it, whether it be the paperwork that they're sending you. Alex, you so often talk about this, that it's recorded information. Mortgage is recorded down at the county, so anyone can go down there, grab information. Sometimes what they write in their letters is really misleading, and then you're all of a sudden working with a stranger and an out-of-state lender. So be very careful. Also, many of us are receiving those phone calls on our cell phones. Out of nowhere, people are calling, and if you tell them, hey, I just want to be taken off the list, they hang up on you. So again, be careful. Always get professional advice, and you can find that professional advice by calling us here live in the studio. Here,
please don't. I took 3 emails this week. Please don't send me things off of Facebook that somebody reposted or shared about the $5,000 Obama rebate. I don't know what it is.
What is that,
I have no idea.
One thing you do really well, Alex, is you educate your clients and you let them know, hey, listen, here's the story. You got this weird mass mailer or weird phone call, and everybody can pick up a mortgage recording from the county, and it's public information.
A public record.
And then they mass solicit it. Our advice is give us a call and we'll walk you through it. If it's legitimate, we'll tell you it's legitimate. We don't have a problem with that.
Not a bit.
But 8 out of 10 times, and I don't say 9 out of 10 times, because 80% of the time, it's going to be just a mass mailer, a solicitation that somebody picked up your information off a county record.
And it's got an American flag and an eagle, and it looks like it's from from Washington, D.C.
Please don't be fooled by that. Just give us a call and we'll direct you and put you on the right path.
All right, we always take your calls here live in the studio at 248-539-9797. We have a professional real estate agent in, and it's always great to have someone in here to talk. Steph, last night we were talking about sometimes a listing and the real estate agent who's got it listed, it's not a good match. And we've had families call us and say, boy, Harvey, if I can only sell my house. Well, sure enough, we spoke about a situation I had, and I didn't refer it to you as another agent I had to refer to in a different area of the state. And sure enough, the house was listed for 4 months. Now, within 3 weeks, she has an offer on her existing house, and they're making offers on new house. Sometimes you just don't have the right match.
Sometimes you need a fresh approach, really. Yes, and there's different experience levels. You really need to know who you're listing with. But, you don't have to sign a 6-month listing contract with somebody. There's no rule with that. I sign 30-day listing contracts all the time, because if I can't prove it to you in 30 days that I'm doing a good job for you, then Sure, fire me. Go for the next one.
Right.
Well, isn't this the same thing in the mortgage industry as in real estate? We're all in the, I got in an argument with somebody that we're all on the same team.
No
we're
way.
We're all part of the same transaction, right? We're all part of the same transaction.
Other than me.
Someone besides Harvey?
If in the middle of a listing, somebody isn't feeling the love from the realtor that they hired, are they held to that 90-day? I mean, don't you just work it out with them? Say, listen, you and I aren't getting along. Don't you just have to go?
I'm going to say, technically, there's a contract in place, but I'm going to say 9 out of 10 times at least, if you just have a conversation with that agent and just say, look, man, it's not going well.
Right.
I think I just want to part ways and go in a different direction.
It's like a Tinder date. You get there and you're like, this is not what you look like. That's the profile picture. That's not really you.
That's not.
I like that analogy. Good
and
job.
if one person is feeling awkward in the situation, I guarantee the other half is.
That's right. So it's kind of like in our industry. If we put somebody here, and I expect this. If we put somebody down 4 or 5 weeks of a bad experience, and it truly is a bad experience, and we haven't done our job, and they call us up and say, hey, listen, it's just not working out for me, and we can't come together with them, we don't hold them up.
No.
We don't hold them up. It's just not what we do because we're relationship oriented. Our feeling is shame on us if we can't get it done. Now, there are always 3 sides to the story. If we're working hard and somebody just doesn't want to provide the documentation, that's just not, I have a hard time with that. But if we're seriously not doing our job, I'll let people go. I have no problem with it.
100%. You know if you're doing a good job for somebody or not.
Well, you got to set those proper expectations up from the beginning. Really sit down, whether you're working with buyers or sellers, and find out where the happy place is. What are you guys looking for me to do and provide, and what kind of service can I provide?
The happy place.
All right. Hey, it's 9:12. You just joined us. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. Come on back and join us. 248-539-9797.
Earhart BMW has a new 2016 BMW X1 X-Drive, well equipped from $299 per month. That's the new BMW X1 from $299 per month for 36 months. With the largest selection, visit Earhart BMW, Bloomfield Hills, Farmington Hills, EarhartBMW.com.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Around the corner, around the country, at work or play, we're on your way. The convenience stores of Speedway.
What's so great about the Speedy Rewards card?
I love all the free stuff I get with this card.
I get coffee every morning, and I love that my 7th is always free.
It's the best. What's not to love about it?
The greatest thing about the Speedy Rewards card is all the free gas that I get with my points.
I love my Speedy Rewards card because I can use my points to get free gift cards. I just redeemed my points for a $10 gift card.
I wish everything was like the Speedy Rewards card.
Only Speedway has the Speedy Rewards card, where you'll earn points for free food and merchandise. Or you can turn your points into presents and redeem them for gift cards this holiday season. And right now, you'll get 500 bonus Speedy Rewards points with every $25 in gift cards you buy. And don't forget, you can redeem your points instantly when you use the Speedway mobile app. Download it today.
We're on your way, the convenience stores of Speedway.
Now get an always fresh cup of coffee for just $1.09. Plus, be sure to grab one of our delicious hot breakfast or lunch sandwiches.
Autumn leaves are falling, and despite what you heard, fall and winter is a great time to sell your home. While most agents are going into an industry-wide seasonal slowdown, our team is ramping up. This is Mark Z at Keller Williams. I don't just guarantee to sell your home in the spring and summer, I guarantee to sell your home in the fall and winter as well. Or I'll buy it, and it's no joke. We agree to a price and a deadline, and if that deadline passes and your home isn't sold, I'll step in and buy it myself.
Get the speed guarantee. Call Mark Z. 888-971-9790.
Picture this. It's Monday afternoon and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee $7.99 plus tax, of course. Now, picture this. It's Friday and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee more than you paid Monday. You feel bamboozled. But then you hear this.
Domino's is now extending its $7.99 large 3-topping carryout deal to all day, every day.
And so you danced and ate Domino's. Carryout only. Must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary.
Time for another airport Q&A, brought to you by Quick Park. What's your Q?
Me? I have allegrophobia.
A fear of legs?
No, it's a fear of being late. What can the queue do for me?
Well, we can take the fear out of missing your flight. Quick Park is the quickest, easiest way to get where you're going. We'll pick you up from our lot, take you to your terminal, and pick you up when you get back.
Wow, on time. What a concept.
Yeah, and be sure to check out our park stay and fly packages at quickpark.com. So shake a leg.
Whoa, both of them?
And let the queue take care of you.
Welcome to Staples. Staples guy. I desperately need a new office PC this holiday, but switching computers is scary.
Well, now buy any PC at Staples and get free 30-day tech support.
So someone will help me set it up?
Yep.
Help me connect to my network?
And your printer. And if you order online, we'll have it ready in store in an hour.
That is just what I always wanted. You really outdid yourself, Staples guy. You know me so well.
Well, we just met, so...
Best holiday ever!
Turn year-end stress into holiday success. Staples. Make more happen.
When you're opening a new office location, but deadlines don't let up, you need to make sure your team can start working fast, which means all of a sudden, you're looking to buy new conference tables, chairs, laptops, and whiteboards quickly. Business cards from American Express Open can give you buying power to help cover the big purchases you need to make when you need to make them. Find out how American Express cards and services can help prepare you for growth at open.com. When your medical practice is growing fast and you have more patients than you have room for, you need to start, well, making some room, which means all of a sudden you're looking to buy new exam tables and stools, x-ray machines, and microscopes quickly. Business cards from American Express Open can give you buying power to help cover the big purchases you need to make when you need to make them. Find out how American Express cards and services can help prepare you for growth at open.com.
Don't have time to talk? Send us a text instead. The Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge ticket text at 97136. Don't overpay. Get into Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge today.
CBS Sunday on a new elementary. Can someone be murdered twice?
He wasn't just shot. His parachute was sabotaged.
Holmes and Watson are on the case. New CBS Sunday.
Michigan Wolverines head coach Jim Harbaugh talks to Jamie and Stoney every Thursday morning at 8:15 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show, 917. If you're just joining us, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's where you'll find all of us. Also here live in the studio, 248-539-9797. We're going to get to some calls here this morning. Hey, John from Livonia, thanks for hanging in there. Go ahead, sir.
John, what's up, man?
Can you hear me, guys?
I can, sir. What's up?
Okay, not much. I'm standing here on Inkster Road, so it's a little noisy. I have a situation. Basically, my question is about PMI, how to get it off of the loan. We haven't got a loan yet. I did talk to one of your loan officers yesterday. I just have a few questions. I've got a home I'm selling to my daughter. It was a repo a couple years ago. I got it super cheap. Selling it to her very cheap, just for everything I have into it. His estimate says $241. I'm sure it's nowhere near that. Probably more like $220. Selling it to her for $180. She's only got 5% down, so I know there's a chance that the mortgage.
Hey, John, we got great news. We got great news for you, John.
All right.
You ready for it, Mr. Alex Nafusi?
All right, so
tell
John,
me the good news.
John, here's how I'm going to structure this transaction. Let's just say, for the sake of easy mathematics, the house is worth $220. Right. You want to sell it to her for $180. Again, just for the sake of easy math.
Correct.
Okay. We're going to do what's called a gift of equity. You're going to give her the $40,000 of equity in the home that she's going to apply to her down payment, closing costs, and prepaids. We're going to buy her out of the PMI. She's going to take maybe a quarter point higher interest rate. And that's really it. It's pretty boring.
So she doesn't. So, John, here's the great news. You can sell it to her, and she doesn't need to come out of pocket for anything necessarily.
Well, my concern is I can't sell it to her for more than $180 because then I'm going to show capital gains.
That's interesting. I think you want to call your CPA.
No.
Even with the gift funds?
No, you're not going to show cap gains on that. I'm not a CPA, and I don't play one on the radio, but you're not going to show capital gains on that.
Well, my understanding is if we only got $180 into it and I sell it for $220, I'm going to be, well, I'll have to talk to CPA if you're not certain on that, but it seems like I'm going to have to pay taxes on that $40,000.
Well, I don't think so.
There might be some other write-offs you have on there also. Are you married?
Yeah.
Okay, so you and your wife can do a gift of $13,000 each to your daughter, so that covers $26,000 right there. Here's the deal: it's a little bit more technical than just talking over the telephone. But the good news is this: if your daughter qualifies for a mortgage, we can help her out. So we can structure it so she doesn't necessarily need to come out of pocket with anything. And that's the good news. So you were talking about 5% down. We have programs with less money down that don't have PMI. And more importantly, you have the equity in the house, and you can give her the gift of equity to go ahead and make sure that you cover her down payment to avoid the PMI. So a couple ways to go about this.
Okay. All right, so I did talk to somebody yesterday from Ralph Davis. He'll be able to walk me through this.
You know what? We're going to call you right back. Yeah,
John, I'll call you after the show. I'll find out who you talk to, and which take care of either way, man. No worries at all.
All right, sounds good.
Good deal. Thank you, sir.
That's a great call.
Nice situation, though.
It really is. And a lot of families took advantage of when the market was down. They fixed up the house. And it's a great opportunity for him to really gift a house to his daughter with built-in equity.
This is my only issue with that is, and I think it's a great call, and we'll help John out. But you stole the house. You're helping your daughter out.
Right. And
you
then
can do the
gift.
You can do a gift of equity. You can each get you and your wife can give your daughters $26,000 of the 40. So now we're talking $14,000. You're worried about paying $14,000 on capital gains. I mean, dude, how many things do you want to go right for you before you stop? So we're going to pay capital gains.
Can I play devil's advocate here?
Of course. That's why we do the show together, buddy.
I don't blame anybody for trying to collect all the information they possibly can out of transaction.
No, that's great.
You get all the information, then what is going to end up happening? I'll bet you this, Alex. He'll do the transaction the way we structure it.
I know.
It won't be a problem.
I'm aware of this.
It'll be good.
Well, a good couple of reminders as we're doing a Consumer Advocate show. We want to give you the proper information. A smooth transaction is really transparent, and that goes with anything. And we see it so often, Stephanie, as you talk about when you're working with buyers or even the listing agents. If it's all out on the table and everyone's negotiating their best and putting everything forward and being honest, everything does go very smooth in the transaction.
Oh, yeah. Communication has a lot to do with it. So, yeah.
Well, it's disseminating accurate versus inaccurate information, everybody. We all know that. We said that. We've said it for years. When you set somebody up for success, you give them the framework of how to be successful. You need to bring your bank statements. We need a copy of the entire purchase agreement, not the first 2 pages. Yes, we do need all the addendums. We need the seller's disclosure. We need every single page in that transaction. Because if you don't receive everything up front, then you know what's happening. You start chasing things. Appraisals get ordered, things get ordered, and then all of a sudden you're chasing things. And then when Stephanie calls the office and says, "Hey, Harv, what's up with the deal on Ludlow Street?" And you say, "Well, the guy's got to give me the stuff." And Stephanie say, "Wait a minute. You've had this guy in your system for 2.5 weeks. What do you mean you have to get all your stuff?" See, so that's where the discourse comes in. So the communication, like you set up, Harvey, up front, you have to have all the stuff up front. And borrowers have to understand that at that first phone call, that first meeting, they're going to need to, compile maybe a stack of documentation. If you're self-employed, there's even more moving. There are even more moving parts.
Well, look, times have changed, and they're going to continue to change. But one thing that is staying organized and getting the knowledge behind you is the key to it. Hey, we have open lines all morning long, 248-539-9797. You can always call Capital Mortgage all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Boy, we've had some serious changes in our world and here in the United States in the last couple of weeks, of course, with the election. Now, with the new office and the new administration, there is talk that they're thinking about getting rid of some of the things like maybe the CFPB and some other things. Well, it's scary because I really like the fact that we've been forced in our industry to educate the buyers more. I hope that there's more open lines of communication here. You talk about it. I like some regulation. I really do.
Is a key word in that sentence some, or do you like regulation, or what do you like?
I like some regulation. So it's scary of what we don't know what things are going to be.
I think it's great that people that want to jump in the business because rates are down have to get licensed and can't pass the test. I think it's outstanding.
I would rather have it licensing in our industry so that we don't have families out there sitting down with unqualified real estate agents, unqualified mortgage people.
I think it's raised the bar. I think definitely it's raised the bar. When you operate at a high level and you operate at a high level all the time, there are people that don't operate at that level. It forces them to come up to your level. People that have a hard time doing that and disclosing everything up front and being up front with people. Listen, in any business, I don't care what business you're in, those people shouldn't be in that business. And our industry was struck with that for a very, very long time. Then about 2009, 2010, everybody had to be licensed. I didn't mind. You want to know why? Because I was the guy that was flying around the country getting licensed for everybody. So the bottom line is now everybody has to be licensed, except if you work where? at a bank or a credit union.
Don't they have to be licensed now? That didn't change?
No.
They still don't.
No, which they have.
That's
They
ridiculous.
have a better lobby than mortgage bankers. They have a better lobby. Banks and credit unions have a better lobby.
Do you want to go to an attorney that hasn't passed the bar?
Well, I
They
don't
took
know.
a class?
You tell me.
I'm just saying. I'm
That's
just throwing it
right.
out there.
They're not an attorney.
The analogy got us,
They're not
Mark.
an attorney if they don't pass the bar and take the class.
I'm just
So,
saying.
Here,
You go to law school, never passed the bar.
Well, we digress. The bottom line is that you want to deal with people that are reputable. It doesn't matter what industry they are in. So I think, Harvey, what you're talking about, they want to banish the CFPB. I think there are a lot of people out there that want to banish all the regulations that the CFPB has come with. And how about just be fair? I don't mind agency regulation, but just be fair about it.
Make it fair for everyone in the process.
Absolutely.
Well, Steph, it's nice to always have you here when we have professional real estate agents in. We can really take all those phone calls. We have open lines, 248-539-9797. Last night, I told you I was going to give you a call. Sure enough, about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I made you the call, and I asked you a question. I go, Steph, what's still fun about buying a home? And you and I sort of wrote down like 10 or 6 things. We wrote down the self-gratification of home ownership. What a big step in somebody's life. I like that one first.
It's the American dream. It's your chance to actually own something. And you know what? I looked at I wish I knew the actual numbers here, but I looked at some numbers recently, and it was incredible to see if somebody rented their whole life, what their net worth was versus somebody who owned a house over time. And it was pretty incredible. I mean, the people that rented forever and ever had nothing to show for it.
Right.
And so your house is truly, it's savings there. It's forced savings.
And besides, of course, all the other fun stuff, decorating it, making it yours, a lifestyle change, whether or not you move into a downtown area or off a golf course or on a lake, or even a lot of families that are downsizing. There's some joy in that a lot of times is, I don't have to take care of this big old house anymore. There's a lot of advantages.
Find some place with nice amenities and really a nice lifestyle.
All right, changing your lifestyle, purchasing a home, all these great things right when we come back. 248-539-9797.
Valenti and Foster, afternoons.
It's Mike Valenti. Join us Monday. We see if we survive the winter blast this weekend, and we talk Lions and playoffs.
Mike Valenti and Terry Foster, afternoons. 97.1, The Ticket.
The weather is getting cooler and the games are getting bigger. Celebrate the season with a Rally House. No matter where your fanhood lies, you'll find all your favorite local teams at Rally House. We have officially licensed the Lions jerseys, Wolverine sweatshirts, Spartans hats, Red Wings polos, Pistons tees, and so much more. Visit one of our 7 Detroit area locations in Shelby, Livonia, Lake Orion, Chesterfield, Brighton, Rochester, and our new location in Novi. Located across from 12 Oaks Mall on West Oaks Drive. It's not game day without Rally House. Shop online at rallyhouse.com.
You know you're in trouble when the counting starts. Sitting in a patient waiting room, you start counting. 12 magazines, 3 dead plants, 8 buzzing fluorescent lights, 9 people ahead of you. Anything to pass the time. 13 people wearing sneakers, 4 unknown carpet stains, 3 hacking coughs, 7 ahead of you. Next time, reserve your spot online and skip the wait at a Henry Ford walk-in clinic. It's the faster care option for non-emergency things like sprains, fevers, earaches, and more. Open 7 days a week, including weekends and evenings. Whether you reserve online or walk in, you'll get expert care from a Henry Ford clinician, all for the cost of an office visit copay. 7-day availability, world-class care, and 5, you count them, locations. Henry Ford Health System, all for you. Go to henryford.com/skip-the-wait.
My number 2 does not look like a number 2. I don't know what to call it. Is there a number 3?
Table for 4, please. Anything close to the restroom.
A middle seat with these stomach problems? That's my fear of flying.
Sound like you? If it does, you could be one of the many people with a digestive condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Even if you don't know what EPI is, you might know the symptoms: frequent diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain. If you have even just one of these symptoms, you could still have EPI, because not everybody experiences EPI the same way, which is why it's so important to your doctor about all your symptoms. And the good news is, EPI is manageable, so don't keep a lid on it. Go to identifyepi.com, complete the symptom checker, and use it to have a conversation with your doctor. Don't keep a lid on it. Visit identifyepi.com. Brought to you by AbbVie.
What are you doing here?
I work here at the Jeep brand dealership. What are you doing here?
Camping out.
Why?
So I'll be the first in line to get a Black Friday deal.
You don't need to do that. Black Friday deals on the most awarded SUV brand are going on right now.
What, right now?
Yep, like Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever, and Jeep Cherokee with its 8.4-inch touchscreen.
So I can come in and shop for both of them today?
Yeah, but first you might want to put some pants on.
Oh, yeah, right.
During the Jeep Black Friday event, get 20% off MSRP cash allowance for an average savings of $7,200 on select 2016 Jeep Cherokee limited models and dealer stock. The Jeep SUV brand and Grand Cherokee have received more awards in their lifetime than any other SUV brand or SUV. Available feature, oldest 20% inventory of select 2016 model year Cherokee limited vehicles as of 11/1/16 while dealer stock lasts. Savings based on $36,226 average Cherokee limited MSRP. Not compatible with lease offers or any other consumer incentive offers. See dealer for details. Take delivery by 11/30. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Black Friday savings start today at ABC Warehouse. Save up to 65% off on appliances, TVs, mattresses, furniture, and more with huge Black Friday markdowns now. Right now, get a Whirlpool 25 cubic foot French door refrigerator for only $9.97 or a Philips 50-inch 4K smart TV for just $378. ABC Warehouse is the appliance giant. See the entire sale out at abcwarehouse.com. The deals are always in the house. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale. Five Guys Burgers and Fries is hiring right now to fill over 100 positions in the Tri-County area and is paying $10 to $13 per hour. Not happy with your current job and want a new career with Five Guys? Then go to your local Five Guys and apply today. For your nearest location, go to fiveguys.com.
What are the 6 powerful words that'll keep you on the edge of your seat?
And tonight's winning Powerball numbers are...
Stay tuned.
Saturday's Powerball jackpot is $320 million. Get your ticket today.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Menards. Red Wings getting shut out and losing their third straight, losing at Washington 1-0. Jimmy Harwood 27 saves, but the Wings have now lost 3 straight in regulation. Pistons getting hammered by Cleveland in Cleveland, 104-81. 0 Detroit starters scoring in double figures. John Lure, the only one to do so off the bench with 15. Kyrie Irving led the Cavs with 25. Michigan basketball a win over SMU 76-54. Michigan State defeats Mississippi Valley State 100-53. Michigan football today right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Number 3 Michigan hosting Indiana. Wilton Spade a game time decision. They'll kick it off at 3:30. Michigan State a 12 noon start against Ohio State at Spartan Stadium. Western Michigan hosting Buffalo. Number 21 Broncos are 10-0. That kickoff at 3:30. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
We don't need replays. We get it right the first time. Just ask us.
97.1 The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. It's 9:33. If you're just joining us, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call, Capital, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's where you'll find your real approval letter. Get approved, learn what it takes to purchase a home, and turn the keys to your new home. We'll set you up with everything from A to Z. Whether you're building a new house, new construction, your builder would love to hear that you got that approval from Capital. They'll know that they'll be closing once the house is complete. Again, we offer every type of mortgage, whether it be FHA, VA, or conventional. Rural development loans are back in style. And of course, a salute out there to our VA, all our VA eligible veterans out there. Take advantage of an unbelievable program, 0 down, for you to purchase a house. All right, we got some calls here, 248-539-9797. If you want to join us, we've got Pierre in Heartland. Good morning, Pierre. Welcome to our show.
How you doing, guys?
Morning, sir. Morning.
My question is real simple. My son was an air traffic controller in the Navy. He's come back to the States. Him and his wife are looking for a home. I'm telling him, go VA. You know, money's tight, go VA.
Right.
He says he's tried, but apparently everybody he's gone to, they're not accepting VA.
What do you mean they're not accepting VA? VA is one of the best programs out there, and that's one of the things that I take the most pride in is taking care of of our vets out there. Easy for me to say.
Well, that's why I'm calling, because he says he's tried, with real estate people and so on and so forth, and he can't seem to get VA. He hasn't applied for anything because apparently he tells me house or whatever.
Are they saying, Pierre? Are you saying that the listing agents aren't accepting VA mortgages?
I don't think I don't think I'm saying that, but I am somehow, some way.
Yeah,
when he goes to a house
get it
and
done,
he says
right.
VA, they say, no, you got to go conventional.
Okay, so if
don't go VA.
Any realtor that tells somebody, see, I'm going to get all jacked up right now. Any realtor that
That's why
says,
Stephanie's sitting to
any
the left.
realtor that tells a client, a veteran, they're not accepting VA loans, I will punch you in the face. I'm dead serious right now. That's
All right,
ridiculous.
Hey, calm down, Trump. Calm down.
sorry.
Calm down. Calm down, baby.
I like that,
Calm
Harry.
down.
I don't really mean that. Sorry.
Go ahead, Steph.
VA
I
is
stand
a
corrected. I'm
great
sorry.
loan.
It's all
VA
right.
is a great loan. So from a realtor standpoint, really, your son needs a realtor who's going to go in and explain the situation better to maybe the listing agent. Because not everybody understands. It is a great loan. You're not going to have issues with it moving forward. The buyer's getting a great deal, and it's for our vets. I mean, there's no reason not to.
It's available and it's easy to get.
Yeah, and money's money. They shouldn't care where the check comes from. We write, we fund all loans, so it doesn't matter. The funding of the loan should be immaterial to the seller and to the realtor.
Yeah,
And
Pierre,
I think
it's a good call.
I think something too is I think for a long time VA and FHA got a bad stigma, where the inspections or they, FHA hammers the house,
Right.
the
On
inspections
repairs,
are rough. No,
right,
it's so
right.
much easier now. That was back in the day. It's very simple.
Well, we
to
tell
pass.
people that all the time.
Pierre, I'm going to give you a call after the show, and I'm going to take care of your son. I promise you, sir.
Okay, you give me a call?
I will. I'll call you. Give me half an hour.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
got
sir.
it.
You got it, man.
Give me a
Bye-bye.
jingle.
Well,
You got it.
that's a great call because it sheds light on a lot of different conversations. The however is that we're a lender, and where we get our money from, whether we get it from Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Ginnie Mae, whether we're writing the check, we're wiring the funds. So where we get our money should be of nobody's concern. The type of loan should be immaterial to the seller and to the realtor.
Yeah.
All right. Money's money. The check is going to clear. The funds are going to clear.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what we do with it on the back end.
If you get a check and it's $200,000 in cash or $200,000 in an FHA mortgage or
What's
conventional
the
mortgage,
difference?
it doesn't matter. It's $200,000.
There is no difference in there. But back in the day, like Stephanie said, there was that stigma, that was a good word, on FHA transactions because they were worried about the peeling paint or the crack in the cement
concrete.
steps leading down, and they would go ahead and require repairs. Well, in a transaction that is time sensitive, people didn't want to go through those repairs, and obviously the least amount of work as possible, the path of least resistance is what they want their commission. Let's face it.
I really hope
I could say that in front of her.
Yeah, of course.
So, the bottom line is now, don't worry about it. We'll get it taken care of. Don't worry about where the money comes from, especially if you're a seller. What do you care?
If anything, I'm more concerned about where that mortgage is coming from.
Which company?
Whether it says whether it says VA or FHA or conventional, that's fine. But I look at where that mortgage is coming from. I want to call that loan officer and see if they've, pulled credit, checked employment, all that stuff. Really pulled the numbers that they should have, and not everybody does.
I really
think
hope
what
that-
matters. I think what matters is if you're going to a lender or a broker. Okay, where do they have to ask for permission? How many steps do they have to take? If you're going to a direct endorsed lender, a Fannie Freddie HUD direct endorsed lender. All right, and they make all decisions there. They underwrite there. They process, close, fund, all those things in their building. All right, that's where you want to go. No matter who it is, that's where you want to go. But if you go to an institution that has to ask for permission for everything, you're going to get hung up. It's just the way it is.
Right, your buyers might have went to the wrong
and
place.
I can't wait to take these email. But that's the truth, and everybody knows
You're going to
it.
take email for that one.
I hope so.
I'm going to get some to it. So okay.
HClansAndLowRateOnline.com. Email me.
Email Harry.
It's the truth.
Alrighty, we take all your calls here, 248-539-9797. Definitely want to get the right people involved in a transaction. We talk about FHA or VA. Yeah, I mean, you can have peeling paint. So if you're a listing agent, go through with the seller and say, look, we might get a few extra dollars out of this house if we go ahead and scrape all the nasty peeling paint off the windowsills and off the deck and wherever else, and let's repaint it. But that would only be a normal course of business for a listing agent to go to someone and say, look, you know what, if we do take an FHA or VA offer, we're going to need a handrail down the stairs. It costs $80, maybe $100 if you want it installed.
Exactly. It's pretty easy to look for those. I mean, really, they want to make sure you've got a good roof, there's no mold, and it's a functioning house. Plumbing's intact, electrical's functioning.
Why would you?
Why is
want
that a
somebody-
bad thing?
That's right. Why would you want somebody to buy a house that's unsafe?
I'm just
If you don't
saying.
have a handrail going down the steps, I mean, that's kind of an issue to me. I'm just saying.
Steph, you threw out there the roof. No, it's a great one because a roof does have to have 3 to 5 years of economical life. And the reason why is these clients, and again, whether it be a veteran or a first-time home buyer going FHA, and you don't have to be a first-time home buyer FHA, but we want to make sure because because typically they don't have a lot of savings or extra money to go blow on a new roof 24 months later.
Well, and we don't want foreclosures coming from this because you got into a bad situation because, the furnace died or the roof is bad and now you can't afford it.
You can't afford it.
Your house.
So we had to walk away.
Yeah, that's why I like Stephanie.
She's
very objective.
And she's a scuba diver.
I like
know that?
I didn't know that.
I just know what she's objective in mortgage banking and real estate.
Well, I like to talk about other things besides mortgages sometimes, guys.
That's all I'm concerned about.
Hey, the dollar's pretty strong right now, if you didn't know that. Yesterday, they hit the highest level since 2003. I mean, the economy is changing right now. We don't know what it's going to be, but time will tell where everything sort of works their way out over the next 6 months to 12 months. I think we're going to learn a lot about where we're headed.
Well, the stock market has really reacted favorably to the new administration, impending administration, I should say. That's acted favorably. As you know, the bond market has gone against us. But you want to know something like Alex said, you can't have everything all the time. If you want a strong economy, if you want job creation, if you want a lot of things, then interest rates were never going to go down to zero. Okay, we've been saying that for years. They were not going down to zero. If you're sitting at your house right now wondering what your interest rate's going to be, your rate isn't the same as it was last week or 2 weeks ago. All right, it's not. So you have to come to the realization that whatever happened last week or even yesterday could go up on Monday. Come to that realization. But things... you have to lock it in. I'm a big proponent when you sit down with your mortgage person, lock in that rate. Okay, there is no advantage to waiting. Lock it in.
Lock it in and move forward. 248-539-9797. We definitely want to hear from you. When we come back, after this quick little break, talk about debt consolidation and a little bit of information about what if you took a higher rate but paid off $20,000 in credit card. We'll be right back.
It's a great time to call Detroit home. I'm Dylan Larkin, Red Wing and Detroit native. You know another great Detroit native? Chevrolet. And in honor of our hometown, Chevrolet is offering tickets to see the team take the ice at an upcoming home game. Chevrolet, the official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings.
There are a lot of things we put off. Cleaning out the garage, mowing the lawn, doing the dishes, getting tested for colorectal cancer. But of all these things, how many have the potential to save your life? Answer, just one. More than 1,700 people in Michigan die of colorectal cancer each year. But there are tests to find colorectal cancer early. When found early, treatment for colorectal cancer is more effective, so you can live a longer life and be there for the ones you love. If you put off screening because of cost, we've got you covered. Free tests and other services are available for many residents through the Michigan Colorectal Cancer Early Detection Program. So put off mowing the lawn, clean the garage next week, but make an appointment to get tested today. Learn more at michigan.gov/cancer or call 1-844-446-8727. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Hurry into JCPenney today and save on major appliances like GE, Samsung, and LG. It's time to upgrade your home for the holidays with up to 40% off major appliances. And what better way to liven up laundry day than with our LG washer and dryer set, just $445 each. Plus, stay worry-free with free delivery on all major appliance purchases of $299 or more. That's getting your pennies worth. JCPenney. Pedestal sold separately. GE Profile, and GE Cafe limited to 10% off savings. Available in select stores. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See store associate or jcp.com for details.
It's the Light Up the Holidays event at Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry. Join us from November 16th through the 20th and enjoy our best prices of the season. Jared is offering spectacular savings throughout the store, plus a selection of exclusive pieces you won't find anywhere else. Don't miss your chance to light up the holidays November 16th through the 20th. For the one gift she'll always love, that's why he went to Jared. Pandora, Tag Heuer, and select Movado watches excluded. Other product exclusions may apply. See jared.com for details.
Picture this. It's Monday afternoon and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee $7.99 plus tax, of course. Now, picture this. It's Friday and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee more than you paid Monday. You feel bamboozled. But then you hear this.
Domino's is now extending its $7.99 large 3-topping carryout deal to all day, every day.
And so you danced and ate Domino's. Carryout only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary.
This is
is Mark Z at Keller Williams. I don't just guarantee to sell your home in the spring and summer. I guarantee to sell your home in the fall and winter as well. We agree to a price and a deadline, and if that deadline passes and your home isn't sold, I'll step in and buy it myself. And at any time, if you're not happy, you can fire me, but you won't. Call me today or go to soldbymarkz.com and start packing.
Get the speed guarantee. Call Mark Z. 888-971-9790.
Hey, Metro Detroit, Small Business Saturdays, November 26th. Will your business be part of this year's celebration? Here's how River's Edge Gallery co-owner Jeremy Hansen's getting ready.
I'll be jumping on board the social media train, sending out an email about framing specials, design specials, and things like that, giving people an opportunity to see what a small business is capable of in service and quality.
Learn how to prepare your business and create custom marketing materials for Small Business Saturday at the Shop Small studio from American Express. Visit shopsmall.com to get started.
We call it the Joe, and since 1979, it's been more than an arena. It's the birthplace of Hockeytown. It's the home of heroes.
Number 9, Gordie Howe.
It's watched captains become champions and young stars light up the night.
Larkin scores!
After 38 years, it's the farewell season at Joe Louis Arena. Let's make it one to remember.
Be a part of history. See the Wings battle the Flames Sunday, November 20th. For tickets, visit DetroitRedWings.com.
We're working hard just like you.
97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show, 946. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call us at Capital all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You're going to save money on closing costs. Get a great interest rate, the best service in town.
Today's a big day, Harvey.
There's a lot going on today.
Wall Lake Western Warriors, baby, playing the semifinals against Lowell at Brighton today.
All right.
Shout out to the Warriors.
We got Michigan football coming up here on 97.1 at 3 o'clock, I
Wall
believe.
Lake Western's got to win this game, brother. That's what we're talking about.
All right, Wall Lake
We're
Western.
talking about a long road. High school football is a long, long road. These guys work hard. You know, they got to win today.
Well, shout out to both schools and hope you guys have a great game.
You're politically correct, bro.
Yes, the people from Lowell should be calling us and getting mortgages. They could use our help.
That's true. Okay,
correct.
Lowell get mortgages, Wall Lake Western win the game. Good.
Fair enough.
I'm good.
All right, we do have open lines, 248-539-9797. We've always talked about many things about the purchase transaction rule. One of the things that comes up so often about debt consolidation is I had a client even this week where at the end of the day, the rate's going to end up being a little bit higher than he currently has, but we're able to save him well over $350 a month. Absolutely, he's moving forward. And, you know, him and I talked about it, and I said, are you going to be okay? Can you swallow that idea? Or is this like some cooler talk that you have a lower interest rate on your house?
No.
Would you rather just save the money and consolidate your debt? Absolutely. That's the
Would
way
you
to go.
rather save the money and consolidate the debt? So if you have to take a 4.25% interest rate on your mortgage or continue to pay 18% on your credit cards with no interest deduction, Harvey, the answer to the question is you tell me. What's the proper thing to do?
Get it
now,
done.
the key is, though, everybody, the key is pay off the debt and don't run that debt up again.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you pay off the debt, cut up some of those credit cards. So just use rough numbers. You have 3 credit cards and you're paying them all off. Cut up 2 out of the 3 and use the other one for an emergency. How's that?
There you go. You can absolutely do that. And you can even keep the credit card open. There's been some talk that by closing a credit card, by closing it could ruin your credit. But if you keep all your other bills being paid on time, whether you have a car loan, like you said here, keep one of the credit cards, a car loan, your mortgage, your credit score will stay very, very sharp.
Debt consolidation, if you're paying off, you're rolling in 4.25% debt, which is deductible. Uncle Sam, the government's your partner on that, so you get a deduction on that, and you don't get a deduction on revolving credit card debt.
Well, I mean, it comes down to what your monthly expenses are. If your monthly expenses are $2,000 and they're going down to $1,600,
it's pretty good.
Why does it matter what interest rate?
It's pretty good.
Here, I'll tell you. Lie to your friends at the water cooler. Tell them you're at 2%. I mean,
no, they're lying to you. They're telling you they have 3.5%.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's
they're lying to you.
I mean, listen. I'll set you up for success, but you have to listen. I mean, I said to Harry all the time, I'm coachable, man. You call the plays and I'll run them, man. Like,
You are
same thing
coachable.
with my clients. Like, listen, I'll help you. I'll make you successful, but you got to listen to what I say.
You just reminded me of something. You throw out that real low interest rate out there. Look, you can
Gerard
still
Butler?
No, you can
right.
still get that low interest rate if you want to pay discount points. Hey, discount points might make sense for you.
Don't pay points.
If you're moving, if you're not moving, if you're going to stay in the house and you're all caught up about that interest rate, then you know what?
Yeah,
you can pay to get that interest rate.
What about the people
I
with
wouldn't.
rates for 5 7/8? Like, well, I got a good 5.5, so I'm going to pay 2 points.
Well, they lost their money.
It depends on Depends on the loan amount. Depends on how long you're going to stay in the house. It just, again, we say it depends on your individual circumstances because it does. No two loans are the same.
I agree 100%.
No two loans are the same.
All right, here you got people on your side of the fence here. That's for sure. It was a different view when the Federal Reserve policymaker James Bullard, he just talked yesterday. Yeah, leaning towards. Here's what he says: leaning towards a December rate hike. Of course, that's the Fed.
I'll bet.
Okay,
that's the
I
Fed
don't bet.
funds
You want
rate.
to bet? It's going up.
It's already built into the market. It's already
going
there.
up.
It's going up.
It's going
Of
up.
course, yesterday the Treasury yield was at 2.35. So yeah, I mean, definitely rates are moving in that
Up
direction.
almost 100 basis points.
That's right.
From
It is.
3 weeks ago.
All right, I want to dive into PMI. You know, there's choices out there. It's the question we all get. I get so many of my clients and new clients calling our office, and nobody wants to pay PMI. In fact, Harry, in the 27 years I've been writing mortgages, I haven't had anybody say that, yeah, I want to pay PMI. No. So there's choices to that, and there's reasons why there's PMI.
Well, PMI was that vehicle to put down lower down payment. Okay, now you can have lender paid PMI. And you don't have to pay a separate payment. And so you take a little bump in the rate, which might make sense, which I believe it does make sense. Have a deduction, not pay PMI, and you're good to go. And you're going to pay, and your payment is going to be lower. It's going to be lower. Forget about the rate. It's about the payment being lower.
Yeah, you got to work with
how much are you
professionals.
taking out of your pocket every single month? And if Uncle Sam's your partner in a deduction, why wouldn't you want to do it?
Harry, I did a transaction yesterday. I was running some extra numbers, and I ran an amortization chart because the gentleman had 84% loan to value, which means just 4% away from going ahead and not having any of this PMI. We decided, we took a look at the numbers to take the lower interest rate to pay the PMI, which is only like $26. And sure enough, we did the math. The PMI will fall off in 1 year, and this is on a 20-year amortization. Again, if you're in a situation...
How's the PMI going to fall off?
Well, you can call. He's going to have enough equity. He's going to have
be really careful with that,
and then
man.
he has to refinance, and then we have to get an appraisal, and rates might be a lot higher.
Part of the HOPA program, the HOPA allows you to
No, tell
have
us,
the
Harvey.
PMI dropped at
Hold on. Time out, smart guy. The HOPA? What's the acronym?
You don't know. Go ahead.
Home Ownership Protection Act.
All right. Just making sure. Just making sure you knew, buddy.
I got it all covered. Hey, Wayne out there in Armada, you got a question about buying a house. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. Good morning.
Hi, Wayne.
All right. I haven't owned a house in over 20 years. I'm retired now. Due to divorce, the house changed hands, blah, blah, blah. And I was just curious if at my age and at this time, if I qualify as a first-time buyer again.
Well, it doesn't really matter. You know, you can buy a house regardless. There's no special program for a first-time buyer. You can buy as little as 3% down. No. When what happens is some of these conglomerates, they put together these programs. They make things up. You know,
these marketing
the
pieces.
special first time buyer loan. There's nothing special, Wayne. I mean, you're special because you're going to be our client. But I mean, there's not a special program for a first time buyer.
I thought there was. Okay.
No, I mean, there's minimal down programs across the board. I mean, it's just how some of these companies market them. How much are you going to spend on the house?
Well, I really just decided to start looking.
Good
Probably
move.
under 200,000 or under.
Okay, yeah, man, I'll give you a call after the show. I'll be Rum's numbers for you, and we'll get you taken care of.
Yeah,
and
when
we'll go ahead. What you say?
No, I was going to say, actually, you might even go a rural development loan. So there's a lot of choices up there. If he's up in Armada and even north of that area, there's going to be the rural development loans. He can go 3% down conventional. If he's a veteran, he can go 0 down. Lots of choices out there.
Yeah. Well, the biggest problem I'm having is I'm trying to find something smaller, like a 1,500 square foot ranch or something like that because of my age, and there's nothing small. Everything's big now.
Well, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But Wayne, we'll call after the show, get you taken care of, and I'll put you in touch with Stephanie. She'll send you some houses,
Yeah,
and we'll
if
go
you
from
want
there.
some help, I'll be happy to help you out and pull a search for you and see what's out there.
All right.
Awesome.
I will
That's
try
a
and
good call.
contact you later.
You got it.
Yeah,
Thanks, Wayne.
Wayne.
Take care, sir.
You know, that's a great call because it doesn't cost Wayne anything to collect information. All right, he puts his team together. He has Stephanie on his team. It doesn't cost Wayne anything. Stephanie's doing all the work for Wayne. And guess what? She could end up finding him a house.
Yep.
But I like when he says his age. He needs a ranch, or he doesn't want to go up and down the stairs. Right?
I knew where he was going with that. I didn't want to make that joke, though. But yeah, I knew it.
The last true thing
I
that was
think
only
I'm Wayne's
exclusive,
age.
Alex, to first-time home buyers in 2008 when the government was offering $7,500 and $8,000 incentive to be a first-time buyer. And again, even families that just didn't purchase a house in the last 3 years or weren't owners in the last 3 years, they were able to come back and even take advantage of that program.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a great call. I mean, I definitely understand that, but the reason why we have people like Steffi in the show is to help guys like Wayne out, and you can put the semantics into the house, or the whatever your system, whatever the MLS, whatever, and say I want a ranch.
Well, there's some different ways that we can look around too. So yes, inventory is low right now. There's not a ton of properties on the market, so at times it is hard to find what you're looking for. But there's ways to think outside the box. There's, you can search through for sale by owners. You can search through, Zillow has a ton of, make me move programs are coming soon. Or I can even do a search in the MLS and pull up properties that are not currently on the market and go find what you're looking for and see if they're wanting to move.
Oh, okay.
So there's plenty of different ways that we can, search for you if you're willing to get creative.
It's about building a good team.
Yes.
Well, that makes sense.
I know. It's
Be
not
prepared.
It's not that difficult.
I think she's got that funky software like you do, Alex, where she can go in and make things happen, move it around, mix it up, and it all comes out for her.
Yeah, is that how it works? That's it. You can click like I want a ranch, and you put in the square footage and all that. I mean,
she puts in all the parameters, all the little things you need: square footage, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, ranch, Armada. There you go, and she'll come up with some stuff.
What's funny about this show, because I was teaching Harry about the Home Ownership Equity Protection Act.
Yeah, I had that.
This is like actually what the office is like. Us just like ripping on each other all day.
Well, it's educational.
It is educational. But it's like here, like I tell people all the time, if Harry's not making fun of you, I'm not making fun of you, or Harry's not making fun of you, it means I probably don't like you. Like it means I'm overly. If I'm being overly nice to you, it's because I don't like you.
Well, we want to make sure everybody's regulatory compliant, so we often throw out things around the office to check everybody, make sure that they're educated.
I had to check on Harvey right there, man.
Well, gentlemen, thank you. I got you there.
I love you, buddy.
We got Pat Caputo coming up with sports next year on 97.1. Be sure to call Capital Mortgage all day long. 1-800-LOW-RATE. Get that approval letter. 1-800-569-7283. For Harry Glanz, Alex Nabusi, I'm Harvey Freed. Thanks for Stephanie Janica for coming in from Keller Williams. We'll see you here next Saturday.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, human. This is a Mountain Dew ad, and we're about to crank things up in this booth. For starters, I don't like my voice. Let's change it. You, get in here.
All right. Somebody, hand me some maracas. That's it. Dew guy, drop a beat.
How's this?
HR department,